Hello and welcome back to Clicks and Classics with Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Last time we met young boy Davy and we also saved the woman Eula, who got attacked by a mysterious attacker and almost got hanged in the barn. And now we need to follow the fresh trail. In order to continue, we have to go through the mosquitoes. That's where we left off last time, and I think I figured out how we do it. It was a little bit of clicking around, and I figured it out. So let's jump back into first person mode and try to solve the case by giving
Watson, cover yourself with lemon juice. It will protect you from the
the
mosquito stings.
Do you know any similar trick to avoid the sting of bullets? We likely need it soon.
You're a jester, aren't you? So now we can go through here. And now we have to see what we have here. More blood, it seems.
There are signs of a struggle here. Perhaps Arnson regained his senses and fought back. Blood, and in large quantities. This bush has been stripped of its lower leaves and slightly uprooted. Someone grabbed hold of the brambles and refused to let go. His adversary, unable to get him down due to the man's tight grasp, must have cut off his hand. I would say his right.
What a horror!
Rather, and quite determined.
Interesting. So yeah, that sounds pretty gruesome. There is evidence that a fierce struggle took place in the swamp on the way to Anderson's garden to the riverbank. The violence of this fight is unmistakable, as someone's right hand was severed at the same place. Jesus. Okay. Oh, that.
A boat was waiting here.
Someone
Watson,
used the
it
boat.
seems everything leads to the swamp. How can we get there?
We must find that fisherman, the one at the docks who gave us information. He could help us.
You're quite right, Watson. Besides, it would be wise to visit a young woman.
A young woman?
Oh, that's probably the woman that Arneson had
Run, Watson!
on the
Run!
picture. Oh boy! Oh! They're shooting at us! Watson was right. We need that. Okay, their allegiance now is pretty
We outran them, Holmes.
So
Surely
I guess
not,
the young
Watson.
woman
they ceased their
is
chase only when they
the
saw we
woman from
continued towards
the
the port.
picture
Apparently, they have
of
orders to
Arneson.
kill intruders only as a last resort.
Is this supposed to reassure me?
Hardly, I guess. Is that this young woman? We saw her twice now already. In the beginning cutscene and also when we first met the sheriff, the camera showed her as well. So maybe we can talk to the mistress?
Good evening, my darlings. Come to have a little fun, have you?
Well,
Watson!
No, madam. We merely wish to speak with one of your boarders about an extremely urgent matter.
Of course you do, darling. How much money you looking to spend?
The matter is, madam, I must protest. It's not what you think. This is extremely urgent and involves nothing questionable.
Oh, sure. I understand. I know all about these urgent matters you fellas have to talk about with the girls. But unless I see the color of your money, you and your urgent matters best keep on moving. At least there are two of you. You could always lend each other a hand.
what did she just say? These Americans have such colorful expressions.
Okay, he's not getting the hint. I won't explain it. Can we give her the ruby as exchange?
What else do you want? We have work to do.
Apparently not. Okay, let's see. Can we... Hey, you, maybe? No? I mean, I don't think we have any money anymore. Any money to find. We'll see. I can go to Champagne with the champagne. But okay, maybe we will find something along the way. That is quite possible. Maybe I can go to the bank. Could also be the case. How are you? Can we talk to you?
I told you once.
Okay. At least he doesn't want to shoot us, which is, I guess, an improvement.
I have no reason to go there.
I can't go through there. So I guess we have to make our way to Champagne. I could use the fast travel, but I just don't want to miss anything along the way if something changed. Or if I may be able to pick something up now. Okay, we can't go in there. It's just the leftovers from our little chase. Also, if you probably can hear it. There are still constructions going on in my house. Not really a thing that how I can avoid that. So I apologize for these background noises. Try to suppress them as good as I can. So, Champagne, we have a bottle here for you.
Will this cover the cost of a boat?
It been kept in a bad way. My foot, it warm now for sure. All this'll get you is them planks from the woodpile around there.
And one of your lanterns.
Sold.
What do you expect to do with this, Holmes? Build a raft?
I mean, maybe, right? It can... A ladder. Oh! Do we use the ladder to... I would say we either use the ladder... Maybe with the boat, can we... is there a place where you can use the ladder? That would be quite interesting. Something like that, maybe? No? Doesn't really make sense, right? Can I go back to the artisan house?
You said we should visit a young woman. Well, Holmes, where is she?
Well, I know where she is, I think. I think it's her, because she was shown twice in the cutscenes. That sounds...
What else do you want? What else do you want?
Maybe here on the backside? Maybe... no. So it must be somewhere around here. That much we know. Just the question, maybe here on the side? The Bascles.
It would be better to turn back.
Yeah, we can't jump into the water. That is good to know. Okay. So that is not an option. Do we have to use it somewhere here? Doubt it. Can we talk to him some more?
Good evening, sir. We are interested in a short trip along the bayou into the nearby swamp.
My mouth, nobody but some fool go in that swamp at night. Come back tomorrow. Champagne take you then for a fact.
No, sir. It is of the gravest importance that we could go to the swamp, and tonight.
No ways to get there. Listen, you have some boat hereabouts. Now, I can sell you the boat, but tell you true, you get your own selves to the swamp.
I believe we can find some manner of payment that you'll find satisfactory. We shall return.
Can we give him the ruby as payment?
I believe we can find some... We should find a way to pay this man. I believe we should find a way to pay this.
Oh, maybe we can give the mistress the flowers.
Good evening, my darlings. Come to have a little fun, have you?
Well...
No, madam. We came to give these flowers to one of your boarders. You know whom I am talking about. We have something very important to say to her.
Oh, because on the second picture, we saw the woman in Arnesen's office on the picture with flowers
Good
in her
evening.
hand, right?
Take your flowers
That's-
back. We aren't allowed to accept presents from men, especially if they're not customers.
What? I thought I thought I solved it. Oh, I can combine them.
Good evening, my darlings. Come to have a little fun,
Maybe
have you?
Well...
Maybe that is a sign that
No,
it was from
madam. We
Arnesen
came to
because
give this
it's all
bouquet to one of
the
your boarders. You know who
flowers
I'm talking
from
about.
from
we
his
have
garden.
something very important to say to her.
Good evening. You brought these flowers? Who are you?
Ah, yeah. Now she
What's happened to-
recognizes the
Mr.
combination.
Arnsen? We still do not know exactly what has happened with the gentleman, but we are here to try and find out. Listen to me, miss.
Lucy.
My dear Miss Lucy, my friend and I have come here all the way from England. You may have seen us this morning with the sheriff.
Are you working for him?
No, actually we suspect him of obstructing our investigation. Our case has some remote connection with Mr. Arnsen, so we went to his home to talk with him. While there, we found evidence he has been abducted and one of his servants had been murdered.
Kidnapped? But why?
I don't know, but time is running out. Please tell us what you know about Mr. Arnsen. And, Miss Lucy, omit nothing. Even the most trivial of facts may prove to be of great importance.
He is such a kind man and had promised we would be married this autumn. He arrived in New Orleans about 2 years ago. He's a hunter and was to stay but a few weeks. He was after something in the swamp, Lord knows what. Then we met here. I had just started working, you see. Madam said that she would let me leave only if my debts and worth to her was paid off in full. A few weeks ago, Mr. Arneson, said that he had the solution. Maybe he had the money and was kidnapped by people who wanted it. It would have been a small fortune to most folks around here.
And you know where he could have hidden it?
Oh, I don't care about the money. If it could bring me back Errol, I'd give it away. I'd give it away gladly. He showed me a secret room upstairs. He shoots with a gun to open it. He says that nobody else can succeed but a real marksman. Behind the wall is a cupboard with weapons and a little box hidden behind a big rifle. His money is inside. To open the gate of the cupboard, he uses signet ring that he wears on his right hand. But how can any of this help you? You don't have his ring.
You have been of greater assistance than you may realize, Miss Lucy. If Mr. Arnsen is still alive, we shall bring him back to you. Come on, Watson.
Okay, so I guess we have to return to the house.
Watson, let's pay a visit to this Arnsen.
Yeah, let's return.
Would you be so kind as to explain to me why we are coming back with these wood planks?
We are searching for a signet ring, Watson.
And how do these planks help us find it?
We must recover the hand that wears it, so we must find a way to lure its finder.
But whom are you talking about, Holmes?
Oh, the raccoon. Talking about the raccoon. Is that correct? I don't think so.
The facts speak for
It is
themselves, Watson. The key that unlocks Anson's cupboard is the signet ring he customarily wears on his right hand. There was the very same severed by one of his kidnappers when the poor man clung to the bush we saw on the way to the bayou. It so happens that raccoons are attracted by carrion and also are quite taken by shiny objects. No doubt one has made off with our missing hand and its ring. I noticed their tracks nearby, and no doubt they have a nest in this area. Find the raccoons and we find our hand.
As you put it, it seems quite obvious, Holmes.
It's
Doesn't it?
simplicity itself. But now we need to place some bait so the little fellow will come out and take us back to his den.
So maybe now the ham comes in place, right?
I'm going to set this outside to attract the little...
Okay, let's do that. So maybe... There we have him. Oh yeah, he goes up there. Oh.
Watson, there's the nest. It's on the roof above the balcony.
Let's go there. See? I mean, the raccoon was mentioned so many times, and it was part of the flora and fauna book that I just assumed that it will play a role. There we go. Probably have to use the ladder here. There we go. Let's climb it. And we find the hand, I assume. Ugh.
Excuse me, madam. I'm merely passing by with no wish to disturb you, although I'm sure you found Mr. Anson to be a man of good taste.
You're a funny man, Mr. Holmes. A funny man. Weird, but funny. Okay, so now we need to use the signet ring to open the locker. There we go. And there we have the
what we
cash.
need to buy a...
What a splendid weapon.
Indeed, it'll be of great advantage in the swamp.
Yeah. Let's take all of that. Just to make sure, I want to check the other...
You should have listened to me, Mr. Holmes, and gone back on your boat.
It's the sheriff. Quickly, load the rifle, Holmes.
No, Watson. Forget the gun and see to the ladder, and quickly.
Okay, can we use this gun?
Bah, it's only an air pistol.
Oh, I thought maybe the intimidation. Okay.
Let's go, Watson, to the port.
Tricked them once again. Good thing they are not the smartest. And they don't see it. Oh! They do see it. They're not good shots. Oof. Okay. So, let's make our way to Old Champagne. Yeah. Use the money.
Have we enough to buy a boat, sir?
For sure.
Excellent. Could you tell us the best way to reach the swamp area nearest to the rich parish?
That's simple enough for any fool. Sail along the river crook and keep close to the shore.
There is one last service you can do for us. The boat from which we disembarked is scheduled to leave tomorrow for Europe. Could you take a message to the crew for us? We may need for them to hold their departure until 8 o'clock in the morning.
Will do.
And one last thing. How may we identify Old Sam's racks from any others?
Old Sam's racks be marked with blue and white tops.
Okay.
Now, Watson, let's explore this swamp.
Oh no.
Here is the hidden passage near Old Sam's racks. We are on the right course, Watson.
Oh. Can't go through. You won't believe it, but the controls are a little bit janky.
Here is the hidden passage near Old Sam's
Okay. Oh. Left or right, left or right. Left. Or is it? No, that's red.
Nothing of value there, Watson.
God damn it, Watson.
Nothing of value there, Watson.
No, there. Blue. Come on, Watson.
Here is the hidden passage near...
Where does it lead, though? What is this?
Blood!
Here now, this is hardly reassuring.
That's the understatement of the year. Oh, look at Jesus Christ.
But what is this horror, Holmes? Where have you taken us?
Near the goal, Watson. Near the goal.
Do we want to know what the goal is?
I can think of nothing useful. What are we to do, Holmes?
Oh, can I shoot it? Can I shoot them down? Ooh.
Bravo, Watson. Here is what will draw these reptiles in that direction and free the passage.
Much better. But let's hurry and get ourselves across before we become their next course.
I don't know what freed that, but I guess
Nothing of value there, Watson.
there was maybe like a blocked passage blocked by alligators that we now drew away. Oh boy. Controls are something. Oh, quite spoopy.
Attention, Watson. We arrive. Stand ready.
Here now, this is hardly reassuring.
Oh, look at this. Oh no, that's
Watson, see
Arneson.
what you can do for this poor man. His servant took a harsh and terrible revenge by letting him go to these wild men. As for the others, I'm afraid we are too late.
God damn it.
I haven't examined everything yet.
Okay, we have to examine. Oh, look at this.
Pitiable and blind fools! Are you not aware of the Great One's arrival? Even now, his servants are coming across his kingdom, and the enlightened will give up their flesh to him. All will be present for his awakening. Do not fight the calling! Soon he will end his dreaming, and your world will be swallowed whole. Bow down and give thanks. You are the food of his new world.
Oh, Watson! Cold-blooded.
I've got it, Holmes.
You're very happy to kill a man. He
The
got it.
sinister figure was also a cannibal. Bored by seafood, was he?
These two, they have way too much fun doing this. Oh no. There he is. Oh, we need the Cthulhu figure, right? Oh, but it's just one part of it. Anything else? Maybe this Arneson now? Can I now examine Arneson?
I haven't examined everything yet.
Oh. Anything here? No. What do I... Oh, a ruby. Maybe the ruby? Or is there something here? It's like there's a piece missing, right?
What a strange book.
Oh,
I've never seen
there was
these
a book
idioms
behind
before.
it.
How perfect. It'll provide welcome diversion during our return voyage.
So I guess now I have everything. Oh, what's this? Cthulhu. Okay, now I can do it.
Holmes, help me to carry him to the boat. I really can't say if he will survive the voyage back.
They just left the sculpture there? Was that a mistake? I don't know.
By the devil, that'd be Arneson.
Indeed. Do you know someone who can be accommodating and tend to him?
You takes yourselves round and seize that little Lucy what lives on the boat.
I know where Lucy is. Please, help my friends to lift this poor man to the wharf, and I will go find Miss Lucy.
What can we do for you, my pretty one?
Dear madam, could you tell Lucy that we have found Mr. Arneson, and tell her to hurry? This may be her last chance to see him while he still breathes.
Lucy! Lucy! Ah, here you are. This gentleman found your fella.
My God, can it be true?
Sure enough, as he say.
What have they done with you? Oh, my poor love.
He has lost his hand and is in deep shock. But with rest and tender care, he has a good chance to survive these injuries.
Oh, madam, please, please.
If I could have a moment, we found this sum of money, which is a large amount and belongs to Mr. Arneson. I think it is fair to entrust it to your care.
Well, this seems all right then.
I will take good care of you. You'll see, my love.
About Arneson's place, there was some disorder left there. If you could be a good man and set things right.
You can count on old Champagne for every little thing. Now that's a fact.
I can see our friend is in good hands. We better hurry, Watson. I see our ship is making ready to leave.
So, that was our little trip to New Orleans. What?
Watson, I have told you several times now, I am not to be disturbed.
But Holmes, you have been locked inside your cabin for all of 4 days now. Outside, the sun is simply radiant, and the wind from the sea...
If you approach me, Watson, I will throw you out. Now, leave me.
Blast it all, Holmes! I am bored. I can't take these sailors' conversations for another minute.
We have an understanding, Watson, each to his purpose. I will look to the translation of the book. You are to study the figures written out by our young friend Davy. Now, get on with your task and leave me to mine.
But you know that these enigmas are not my strong point. Wouldn't you have some other task, which
He's like a
is better
child.
suited to my skills, Holmes?
Of course. You're a man of letters, after all. So, return to the bridge, take your trusted notebook, and apply your mind to editing this small writing.
Agreed. On what subject?
It is my monograph on the calculated trajectories of gull excretia. Good day, Watson.
Oh boy. These two.
I see we have received a message, undoubtedly from my brother Mycroft.
Sherlock, you should receive this letter upon your return from the Americas. Your instructions were followed to the letter in Switzerland, and I believe you will find the results satisfying. Several days ago, the Swiss authorities inspected the Black Edelweiss Institute and found evidence of serious breaches of established medical ethics in total accord with your findings. Yeah, I would say so. Dr. Gyjax was also found and detained. Unfortunately, before anything could be learned, he took desperate measures. He had hidden a small but highly lethal dose of potassium cyanide on his person. Before he could be stopped, he swallowed this poison and died immediately. His employees denied any knowledge of the doctor's murderous activities, and the evidence supports the conclusion that they were merely employees carrying out his orders. No trace was found of the Hindi. However, your friend, Superintendent Bilger, informed me that during their search of an underground level of the Institute, his men discovered a blood-spattered well. In this room, they also reported hearing a strange maniacal laughter that appeared to come from the bottom of that same well. The superintendent thinks, as I do, that the sound was shouting of the patient gathered in the hospital square. He theorizes that due to the odd acoustic presence, this sound was distorted and appeared to be originated from the foul well. I must say I agree completely with his reasoning and mention the odd report merely to apprise you of all the facts. You should also know that since its discovery, the dreadful room has been condemned and permanently sealed. Although most of Dr. Gyjax's documents were destroyed before the arrival of the Swiss police, a number of accounting references survived. These were adequate to trace a series of suspicious transactions. Even the famed confidentiality of the Swiss banks has their limits. What I learned, though seemingly fantastic, is quite probable. It seems that Dr. Gyjax had laid his hands on a goodly portion, if not the entirety, of Lord Rochester's lost treasure. You may recall the story. Lord Rochester, it's easier to pronounce. The infamous London billionaire married an American woman. They had but one child, a lad named Archibald. After the boy completed his education and achieved his majority, he traveled east to take charge of his father's interests. In addition to his holdings in England, Lord Rochester also held a number of jewel mines in India. At the end of 2 years, Archibald had accumulated a fortune in gemstones, all of the highest quality. The best of these were placed in a chest, which he took with him to a ship bound for England. Then his fortunes turned. Neither he nor the gems ever saw land, as a dreadful storm sank the ship near the Indian coast. Only a few of the ship's crew survived. The bodies of the rest were pulled from the sea, with one notable exception. Not a trace was found of either Archibald or the famed chest, and the tragedy took a far greater toll. Lord Rochester was devastated by the news and died soon after. Grief-stricken, Lady Rochester returned to her family home in Boston. She herself died not long ago. What was once a noble family is now gone. What you may not know is that Archibald Rochester had the stones carefully documented and inventoried before he boarded the ship. I was fortunate to see these very documents recently. Comparing the particulars, I can say with the utmost confidence that some of these same stones, presumably at the bottom of the Indian Ocean abyss, have astonishingly surfaced in the middle of the Swiss Alps. I was unsuccessful in uncovering exactly what facts led Amos Colby, the Northwood Agency operative, to that area, but you may know more about this subject than I am privy to. Sincerely yours, Mycroft.
Strange. Here, read this, Watson.
Indeed, but the possession of such a treasure is an end in itself. Why the devil go through with such an elaborate masquerade?
Money is often the motive of the basest acts, but not in this case. These are deep waters indeed, Watson. These people follow some other dark purpose, so desperate that it justifies any sacrifice and great risk.
You frighten me, Holmes.
I know. Sometimes I frighten myself. Enough of idle speculations, Watson. I asked you to study the figures drawn by young Davy. No doubt they are some cipher. What do you make of them?
So I said that since there was a slash, that they may be coordinates. Let's try that. Coordinates.
Your intentions are good, my dear Watson, but you have missed everything of importance.
Maybe a location.
Your intentions are good, my dear Watson, but you have missed everything of importance.
Everything of importance. That is rough. Let's have a look at them. So these are the numbers. Could that be? I don't know if that could really be coordinations, right? But I mean, there is a north sign, or a north sign, like a compass needle, and it would be a very, very detailed coordinates. That's true. What else could it be? Do we have any other indications for that? I don't think so. So maybe it's more like a code. So we in the first one we have 6879543112, and then we have the rest afterwards. So it's the numbers from 1 to 9. It's So then we have 21467839 Oh no, there we have the 9. So what if we have some, maybe this is the cipher and we have the numbers from 1 to 9, and here we have 2146793839. So maybe it's because, I mean, that's a reach here, but that with 21467983 the 5 is missing, and since the 9 is double, that would be the next to decode, since there's no 5 here. And then after that would be there's the second 9, so that would be 9 3 4 2 1 7 5 8, which would then indicate that with that theory, there is, let's see, we have a 5, a 6 is missing there. That could be it, right? Because there would be always one missing. Let's check if that would hold up with the next one as well. There would then be 8 1 2 3 6 5 4 9 7 5. Right? And that would, is there one missing? Let's count. Or not. So here it's a 5 missing until there. Then we have a 6 missing until here. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's the 6 missing. Then we have 8 1 2 3 6, but that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So that is way too much. So how does that work? We're missing something here. So it would be, so maybe it has to be among the first 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. But is there one missing? No. So maybe that doesn't count. What then? Then we would have 5 2 7 6 9 1 9 3 8 5. There would be the 4 missing. Let me write that down. Maybe I'm onto something. Maybe it's totally crazy, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. So it would be, so we determined on the first one that it would be a 5 that is missing. Then the 6 was missing, and then there's one complete set. 8 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That is complete. So let's not count that. And then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, because then there's a 5 again, and there would be the 4 missing in that set. So then 5 7 9 8. Oh wait, that would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, that, because then the 2 would be double. Is there one missing? If not, the whole theory breaks. We started here, right? No. Where do we start? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Here we start. After the 9. There would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Does that work? I think I'm missing something here. 8. Okay, we were here. 1 2 3. No, Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we have that's this one that goes to the 5 here. Not that including obviously this one, and then after the 8, the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's a 3 missing. I was correct. Just slipped in the row, so it still works. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that can't be it. I think I think I slipped again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the 5 is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there is. The 6 would be missing. Still works. Now that then maybe this. Maybe with that we figure out the coordinates, and that is why we have this. So maybe it's like a two-parter. So here it would be then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, there we have everything in this column, or in this, yeah. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would fit because then the 8 would be doubled after that. That means 1 is missing. It's the 6 again. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9 would be double. So then it would. What is missing here? We start with the 8, right? So the 1 is missing. Then the next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, then the 9 would be double again. And in this, the 3 is missing. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the 4 is missing. So, not sure if that's correct, but let's try it out. So, if that is correct, it would be 5, 6, 4, 3, 6, 6, 1, 3, 4. Ha! It was correct. The second number puzzle that I solved. I'm extremely happy with myself here.
Indeed, they are open to but one possible meaning, even if it eludes me at present. As for my own enigma, I have failed to penetrate the secrets of this book. The language is archaic, and my own modest knowledge of ciphers is sorely tested. I have succeeded in drawing forth only insanities and other absurdities. According to this book, if my translation is exact, if one makes this mark with human blood, and then with conviction recites this illuminating verse, the victim is mesmerized or demons leave his mind. I tell you, Watson, this reads like complete gibberish. I do not know what to make of it.
How did you say it? What? These drawings, what a horror. I tell you, Holmes, this book gives me great unease, as does almost everything to do with this affair.
I just recalled, Watson. Didn't Barnes, the bookseller, tell us he had studied ancient history? Perhaps he might help us with the translation of this book. We must seek out better minds, for we are at a standstill. I have not the slightest idea where they could have taken these people and what consequences await them. Let's take our leave and see if Barnes might be of assistance.
Okay. And that is where we end the episode for today. This has already been a longer episode than usual, but didn't want to interrupt in the happenings. Thank you all for watching, and I think we're entering the final phase of the game. It is very fascinating and interesting case. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Maybe share it with others. And that helps me out a bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Sherlock Holmes The Awakened tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.